Jeremiah, you guys have really had some turning point moments the last two seasons. Last year, the home loss to Northern Illinois and what that triggered, the 0-2 start this season. How did you guys handle that? How did Marcus Freeman address this season's 0-2 start and what laid ahead for you guys through the course of the rest of this season?
I mean, it's really been the same message as always been, whether we've been winning or whether we've lost. Just keep going, keep pushing forward and resetting week after week. Obviously last year we lost Northern Illinois. The message after that game was to reset and get ready for the next one, because at the end of the day, whether you lose or win, you gotta prepare for your next game. And you gotta just reset your mindset and throw out all the good and all the bad. So the same message was this year. Just keep going, really. And just keep working. And at the end of the day, you do all of that. At the end of the road, things might end good in our favor. So that's been the message. Just keep going, keep working, keep going.
Man, not only do I think you're the best running back in the nation, I think you're part of the best running back room in the nation. I think Jadarian Price would be a starter on 99% of the other teams in the country, man. So I've been a part of some great rooms, me and Trent Richardson in college and me and AK in the league. Man, how do you guys make each other better?
Just communication and, being around each other every single day. And just kind of just feeding off of each other's energy. So in the game, for instance, if I'm doing good, I'm seeing like good looks, like I'm seeing looks that like look confusing or just any look in general. I come back to the sideline. It's JD's time to go in there. I communicate with him what I saw. And a lot of times he goes out there and he executes something that I didn't execute the previous play. And shoot, I think JD, I think there was like a little stat or whatever that like whenever he would come in the game, like he would score like more immediately. So like that, I feel like that kind of shows like the communication between us two, because I see a look that I didn't execute. I can execute that to him. He goes in there and executes it. So that's just our relationship in general. JD does that for me. I do that for him. And then, off the field, we're really good friends. I consider JD one of my brothers. We just continue to grow in our relationship on and off the field. And, like you said, JD he's one of the best running backs in the country, man. And we're a great duo, as people say.
Hey, Jeremiah, when I was there too, there's no conference. And I think that's unique for all coaches and players that have ever coached in Notre Dame and played, that you don't have that conference championship. The only way to get a ring is to win it all. And last year you came so close. You guys played so well, so hard. And I was at that final game against Ohio State. What is there talk about that, or is it just, is it the typical one game at a time, or be real? Behind the scenes, are you guys talking about, this is our chance? I mean, we got a great team, got a great staff. You're on a roll now. But I'm not sure people realize there's no conference championship. So it's either all or nothing. Talk to us about that.
It really hasn't been like any talk about, last year or anything that's went on last year. Like I said, the mindset going into every single game is just been, reaching our full potential, doing your job and just taking it one game at a time, one day at a time, and really one play at a time. We've been focusing on the present. Obviously, last year's whole season, we've used as sort of like a lesson to learn from, as far as like knowing the things that we need to do in order to get to the places we want to get to. But as far as like right now, we're just focused on one game at a time, one play at a time, and one day at a time, and just doing the things that we need to do to make sure that we put our best foot forward.
I want to go back to last week, third quarter, your touchdown run, 48-yard touchdown, hitting the backfield. It looked like a no-brainer, loss for 2 or 3. Oh. You shake it, and then you do like a Booker T spin-a-rooney off the top of a defender, and then take it the distance. What is going through your brain in these little micro moments of being hit, being on your back but on top of a human, and then deciding to still run?
So initially the play was kind of like blown up. So I tried to get as much yards as I could, and then trying to get down when I know that I can't, get any further. The guy spun tackled me, and I didn't feel any part of my body hit the ground. So I got up and immediately just start running again because I didn't hear any whistles blown. So like play's not dead. So like I just started running. And it kind of it happened all really fast. But like you said, like my brain just processing stuff like really, really fast. But at no moment throughout that play did I feel myself like touch the ground or anything like that. So I just played through the whistle, even though there wasn't a whistle. Everybody thought the play was dead. Yeah, it was crazy. It was a crazy play. And I've always like wished that something like that would happen to me. Like, that crazy, and it did. I got my chance, and I executed.
You watch it back. You watch it back a couple times and rate yourself on the spin.
I watched it plenty of times, and it feels crazy to me. Like how
it's
that
fire
went
when you
down,
watch
but
the highlights back, dog. But like people don't understand, man. When you run the rock, bro, it's like bam, 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 bam. You don't even remember what happens. You just like reacting and like instinctively just making movements to not get tackled. And like all of a sudden it turns into this stupid, dumb highlight that
it happens so fast.
Speaking of stupid, dumb highlights, what's your favorite play of the season, man? Because you done had some big plays this year, or your career so far at Notre Dame.
My career so far, I go on my career so far. So I would say my favorite play was probably either my Indiana run or the Penn State run. I probably would say, well, actually, no, my favorite play was USC last year when I hurdled a guy coming down the sideline. That was like a crazy play. I hurdled him, and then after that, I went to go smack a dude. It was a crazy play. Like that, like put me all in one picture, all in one
speed, elusiveness, power, all that.